Kenny didn't do anything wrong. He's a kind person. He didn't do anything wrong. This is all my fault. Stop. Stop. Please stop. No, Mame. Ah! Summarize the face transplant. Okay, I don't get any of this. I understand you are confused, so allow me to condense the information. After the transplant, Jin looked like this. The right half of his face was Uru's. The left half was the original. Untouched to preserve the percent mark. What happened to Uru after he lost the right side of his face? That part of his face that he lost was covered by a synthetic material, a synthetic skin. Artificial skin? Correct. The corpse is Uru Shimazaki. Give it to me! Give it to me! Let's fucking go! Yes! Thank you! I was right! So that's what's going on here. So now I see why this was locked, because I think we needed to learn the information about Jin Furei being Uru Shimazaki, and then also learning the woman in the mask's identity. Last, Mizuki Chapter 5, M1. Oh, you came. Good. Want something to drink? With water? On the rocks? You don't have to be shy. It's on me. It's such a bizarre case, the HB serial killings. That being said, the facts are fairly straightforward. Pointing out a culprit can't be too hard. Do you already know? Terror. Who are they really? Hold that thought, Mama. What's your type? No need to be a human. That, you don't have to be human-y. It should be Uru Shomazuki, correct? He was the one that was in the basement. He was the one that made the diary. Uru Shomazuki. Right. Uru. We know he killed at least 3 people. Jin Furei, Chikara Horodori, Andes Komeji. But why did he kill them? What was his goal? I think it's the Nirvana Initiative, because he's still gung-ho about that. I don't think he's ever mentioned somewhere in this game that it was a personal vendetta or for enjoyment. So I'm going to just say for the Nirvana Initiative and hope it's right. For the Nirvana Initiative. That's right. The Nirvana Initiative. The loony plan to have humans reach Moksha. That's why Uru killed the 3 of them. We can put aside the little details for now. The most concerning aspect of the whole thing is the time difference. The left and right sides of the victims were found 6 years apart. Regarding the first victim, the facts are already in. 6 years ago, on February 10th, Jin Furei's body fell from the ceiling at Devada. And this year, 5 days ago, is also on the 10th, Uru Shimazaki's left half was found at the stadium, not Jin's. Plastic surgery and complete organ transplants. It fooled the investigators into thinking they were the same person. But what about the other victims? Chikara, Komeji, Tokiko. How do you explain those 3? You have good intuition. You might already know. Why did it seem like their bodies appeared after 6 years in the past? Because Tokiko made miracles happen, the time was... Professor Brown created a time machine? The fuck's Professor Brown? Ryuki and Mizuki are hallucinating. Well, the only one that makes sense to me is the timeline was not... Dude, wait. Are you telling me this game was actually played out of order? The timeline was not in the correct order? Right. In other words... Bro. It's not like that. It's like this. What the actual fuck? This is the timeline that you actually experienced. The red and blue lines are intertwined, almost like DNA. You started on the red line from the top, and then followed the blue line, which led you to this point. You traversed 4 X's. The left side is 6 years ago, and the right side is this year. To make things easier, we'll call the left side past, and the right side present. In other words, you came here, jumping back and forth between past and present a day at a time, all to end up here. Now do you understand? Chikara's right half was found the night of the 11th, in the past. His left half was found the next morning. Komeji's right half was found on the 13th. His left half was found the next morning at 6 a.m. 6 years have passed, and now we're here. In the present, Tokiko's right half was found on February 12th. The next day, a little past midnight, her left half was found in the basement of Horodori Institute. Long story short, the left and right halves weren't found 6 years apart. They were all found soon after each other. Nothing supernatural here. But then how does that explain everyone? This is the chart that shows the flow of the story in chronological order. The true flow chart can be checked from the menu, flow chart. So this is the past. So they intertwined. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? But that doesn't make any fucking sense. How do you explain, like, Mizuki growing older? How do you explain that she got Aiba? How do you explain any of that? What? Excuse me? I don't know, like, the whole... I guess that's probably part of it, is like we can't like deduce people's like age and stuff as anything, because again, like there's been genome experimenting and stuff, so I guess we can't really like leave things up like that, because now that you mention it, there were things that happened that didn't add up. Like especially with Andy's Komeji, because it was around the time we were... Where would it have been? Here. It was the rooftop Misaton. It was when we found his other half, and it was after the quote-unquote TC Purge was released. What didn't make sense is, honestly, just Komeji's timeline in general. Because... he was already dead. But how would he have taken the body if he was already dead? You get what I mean? Because we were playing down Mizuki's path, the body still ended up getting stolen. But Komeji would have been dead in this timeline. That doesn't add up. But if you put that storyline on this half, now it makes sense. Because we did Komeji Sync, discovered that he stole the body from Terror, and then he died because of it. Oh my fucking god. Now it makes sense. Actually, this flowchart makes fucking sense. It explains the things that didn't make sense previously. I didn't bring it up because it's just like, I'm more focused on, like, discovering the culprit in that shit. And I was more, like, hooked on, like, discovering the masked woman's identity and all that bullshit. So that's why, like, I didn't bring anything up. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And I don't think that's the only instance. It's just the only one I can think of right now. But how would we learn about Komeji stealing a body in the 6-year future, the present, if he was already fucking dead? Because in reality, in the present timeline, the normal one, Komeji should have already been fucking dead in that time period. So he wouldn't have had the time to steal the fucking body. Right? But somehow we discovered that he took a body. Now, I'm no scientist, but I don't think bloodstains from 6 years ago would fucking still be there, even with the luminol reaction. That had to have happened in, like, literally a day ago. But I'm still so confused as to why, like, how people aged. But I guess in theory, maybe they didn't really? I mean, Mizuki looks older, though. She looks taller and older. That's why I'm confused. Like, she does actually look older than she was in the past. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? Anyway, that's just my genius analysis. Oh, but I know what you're going to say. There's still tons of things that can't be explained, right? Especially who killed Uru and Tokiko, Jin, Chikara, Komeji. It was Terror, Uru, who sliced these 3 in half. But then Uru was killed in the present, February 10th. Tokiko's body was found after that. So who killed Uru and Tokiko? Well, I'm sure this mess will be cleared up soon. By Mizuki, her friend. And by you, Freyer. So anyway, good luck with the rest of your investigation. I'll be checking in on you. Are they breaking the fourth wall now? Huh? Who was I just talking to? Maybe I've had a bit too much to drink. It's awfully cold tonight. No fucking way. Mama was actually talking to someone in her fucking visions, but I think she's talking to us, the player. We're Freyer. Aren't we? Bro. Aowen Garden, February 15th, Friday. I didn't see the time. Oh, so we're back here now? Or is this just still, like, later? Is this after we beat everyone up? Or some shit? Hey, about Kizzy. Are you sure she's okay? Don't worry, I made sure she's fine. Kazuna went missing. Last night around 11 o'clock, Richie Chieda, her father, contacted me. Aiba and I started our search for Kizzy. After a while, I got a call on my phone. It was from her. She told me to meet her here at Aowen. So that makes us sisters? We're not the same age, but we're like identical twins. We have almost the same genes. That's crazy. I'm a copy of you. Don't say it like that. But I'm your clone. Right, okay, so we play as the clone Mizuki. I was, like, right on that. But again, it's still, like, the whole Shoko thing. It still left me skeptical, because she said, you should have never been born. Well, I guess, okay, technically, even though she is a clone, I think she was still born from an embryo, so, like, she was still technically born, but I don't know. But I'm your clone, right? Technically, yes, but our DNA isn't exactly the same. My genome was rearranged. Your DNA was modified on top of that, which is why you don't have the symptoms I have. Basically, you're an upgrade. the perfect version of me. Don't say it like that. Oh shit, I just whacked my fucking controller. Sorry. So, nice weather we're having, I guess. I was raised at Aoen too? Yeah, same as me. When I was 6, you were born at Horodori Institute and sent here. I'm guessing they thought it was too difficult to raise you at the Institute. I remember the day you arrived like it was yesterday. You were still a baby, but the moment I saw you, I got this feeling. I started bawling my eyes out. The people at the facility didn't know we were related. Makes sense. They were told we were two different places. But we're both named Mizuki, and we looked very similar. So, it makes it easier. Everyone started calling me Big Sis. They called you Mizuki. What happened after I arrived at Aoen? They took me to Horodori Institute every so often for examinations. Well, I say examinations. I mean human experiments. I don't think you remember, but they did terrible things. I remember getting shots with needles as big as boba straws. My time with Horodori Institute ended when I was 9, and you were 3. It shut down and we were finally free. That's about the time you were adopted by the Okiura family. But me? Well, I told you about me, right? You were blind in one eye and had a heart condition. Right. So it was hard for me to find a family that would take me. Ultimately, it was Mr. Chieda, the chairman. So when you were 9, you were adopted by the Chiedas. I spent the next 6 years there. Up until I was 15. I lived under the same roof as Kazuna. I see. That's why she called me Big Sis. What about after that? You said something about an eccentric woman. Yeah, I was adopted by her. No way! Oh my fucking god! Dude, no! Oh my god, I just realized it. I just realized this too. Dude, all the realizations are coming. It's Boss's daughter. She was adopted by Boss. That's Boss's daughter. Oh my fucking god, it makes sense. Oh my fucking god, it makes sense. And it's right before the reveal, right? It's right before the reveal, right? Do you mean Shizune Kuranushi, Boss? I'm glad I realized it before. I got that one by the skin of my scrotum, but I got it before they revealed it. Oh my god, Boss's fucking daughter is this. Oh my god, dude. Oh, it's all coming together. Literally everything. See, I told you, it all comes together. Anything they mention, they come back to it. Like, no one really bats an eye. It's like, oh, Boss is talking about her fucking daughter. Hey, Boss, I didn't know you had a daughter. Well, they mention it like 7 times throughout the game. Lo and behold, her daughter was the original Mizuki. Wow. Shizune Kuranushi, Boss. Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now. You think that sounds kind of lame, huh? No, it's not that. Why did Boss adopt you? You know how we're stronger than everybody else? Maybe she thought I'd come in handy. So she wanted to make you work for her? I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what she told me. Boss taught me how to fight. After she adopted me, she trained me hard every day. 6 years ago, when I was 18, I was hired as the top secret member of Abyss. Boss wanted someone she could rely on, someone who would never betray her. She trusted me to handle the most sensitive situations. Basically, I'm like a ninja. Well, like a kunuchi. Which means why my existence at Abyss has been hidden. To the people who know, the only people who know are Boss, Pewter, and Ryuki. Ryuki? Why? I wonder. Why were you hiding your identity? If I revealed myself to you, you would want to know everything. And one way or another, you'd find out. You'd find out that your genes were spliced, that your real parents aren't Renju and Shoko. I didn't want you to end up like me. I wanted you to live a normal life. As normal as possible, anyway. Get a normal job, a normal husband, get married, start a family, and live happily ever after. A life like that. But if I showed up, I would ruin all that. That's what I thought, at least. I see. But why didn't you tell me 7 years ago, in November? I was already well on my way to an abnormal life at that point. Maybe that's true. Hold that thought. How do you want to meet someone? Transfer students sitting next to you. Teacher, sit next to Taro is open. Taro isn't the person I ran into this morning. About February 6 years ago. It's like I told you. I want to know who did this to me. I know that Chikara was the mastermind, but I want solid proof. That's why I'm investigating him and his institute. But then, out of the blue, he gets killed. That's why I started following the HP case. About February 6 years ago. I asked her about what happened back then. She told me the details of what happened on the 12th and the 14th. The 12th. The 14th. What you have seen and heard cannot be shared with anyone. If you do, I will kill her. I have an abundant amount of money. Even if I die here, the assassins I've hired would still find her. I see. That's why you didn't talk about what happened 6 years ago. But I think it's okay to start talking now. Why? I was able to freeze all of Terra's hidden accounts. We don't need to worry about any assassins anymore. Aiba, you don't remember anything from February 6 years ago, do you? I do not. My body was destroyed in the explosion at the cathedral. The Abyss communication network was also offline, so there is no backup taken. By the way, I'm curious. Why were you given the same name? I don't know. Maybe they didn't really care about the name, but wouldn't that make it harder to tell us apart at the Institute? Ah, I don't think they had any trouble. We had code names at Horodori Institute. I was Mouse, and you were Rabbit. Blue Rabbit. Yep, so it is. That confirmed it. She's the one that she wanted to protect the clone Mizuki. That's the one that she promised to protect. And you remember what they called us at Aoen, right? You were Big Sis, and I was Mizuki. Yeah. Is that what I called you? No, you were still little. You couldn't talk much. You just called me BB. BB? Yeah. BB. Huh. Anyway, we've already spent enough time here. We shouldn't be wasting time like this. Good point. There's still tons we don't know about the HB case. Follow me. I want to show you something. Huh? What is it? Oh no, it's nothing. Let's go, BB. Aww. So I guess that explains it. So I guess the flashback with Shoko just kind of threw me off the trail. Because I guess that does make sense. Brahmin World Cuisine, February 15th, Friday, 4:15. What the fuck? What the hell? What the fuck? This is information overload. My brains are gonna flow out of my ears. Jeez, just relax. I can't just relax. What is a corpse doing here? And why are Kizzy and Leon here? Oh, and most importantly, who the hell is this? What? Isn't it obvious? Wait, you're that stupid porno mag collecting old man. No. Yes. Why are you dressed like that? Where's Genny? What are you doing here? Oh, and one last thing. Where have you been the past 6 years? Why didn't you try to contact me? I'm sorry, Mizuki. Well, just a bunch of jackasses sitting in a circle, I guess. I don't know. I guess this is where it led us to. Also, Dante, why did you just take the fucking suit off? I mean, I know you're pretending to be Gen right now, but the fuck? Okay, I think I kind of get it. 6 years ago, Date lost his memory when the ceiling collapsed on him. Then, he got captured by terror, but he managed to escape. And he's been wandering the earth for the past 6 years. 5 days ago, on the 10th, we heard the news about Jin's body being found, and finally got his memory back. That's right. My voice reaches Date's brain right now. That's because there is a reception device in his left eye socket. You can mute me by turning it off, but that's the real hassle, so it's still on. That's a real hassle, so it's still on. This is the same for Mizuki Kuranushi. She hears my voice too. Mizuki Kuranushi is kind of long. Let's just call her BB. Okay, so I guess she is BB. 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 What? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to call you by that name. Where's the real Genny? I don't know. Not here. It's fine. I know where he is. Don't you have an idea too? When did you find out about the corpse in the freezer? Last night. Date called me out of the blue. He told me about the corpse. Now he was and how he was pretending to be Genny. And everything else he knew. My original BB. Damn, you got some good looks though. I wonder where you get those handsomely devilishly looks. I shouldn't say handsome. I wonder where you get those pretty looks from. Let me just say one thing. What? Do you have more insults to hurl at me for being missing for 6 years of your life? No, that's not it. Maybe she just wanted to hear you say, Mizuki, you've grown up so much, or something emotional like that. No, not that either. Ah, right. For you, it's been 6 years. For me, it's different. I've been back 4 days, dressed like this. I've been watching you guys the whole time, so I don't really have anything sappy to say. I told you that's not it! I'm home! Welcome back! Is that what you wanted to hear? Alright, okay. Let me try this again. Mizuki, I'm home. Welcome back, Date. But that's not what I wanted you to say. I threw away all your porno mags. No! Who is the corpse in the freezer? Let's talk about that later. Trust me, if I explain it now, it'll only confuse you. Why are you pretending to be Genny? I know that Horodori Institute and Nax are both caught up in the HB case. Gen was created at the Institute, and he was acquaintances with Tokiko. So by borrowing his mask, I would snoop on Tokiko and other members of Horodori Institute. But why do you still look like that here? Horodori Institute and Nax people came here all the time. Imitating Gen makes it easier to eavesdrop on them. Why did you reveal your identity now? I'm gonna be honest. This has gone way out of hand. I can't do this on my own. I need to work together to stop their plan. Their plan? Yeah, the Nirvana initiative. So first I contacted Mizuki Kuranushi. Date and I met 6 years ago. He knew how to get a hold of me. I shared everything I had, then told her to find you, Mizuki. To help me stop them? Basically. The stupid, perverted, porno mag collecting old man. Also my adoptive father. Ugh. About BB. I suppose Big Sis has already told you everything. Big Sis and I lived in the same home for 6 years, but I never thought my Big Sis was my Big Sis's Big Sis. So confusing. Anyway, Mizuki Date, I will call you Little Big Sis from now on. And you, Mizuki Kuranushi, I will call you Big Sis. This is still confusing. Mizuki is BB's clone. Date already knows this. BB told him. But Kazuna and Lien don't know this yet. They think they are just sisters. You okay? Are you cold? It's kid. Oh, are you okay? You're cold. It is snowing outside, but do not worry about us. My heart is burning strong. I heard you went missing. I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but Leanne and I plan to elope. What? May I ask why? Kizzy's father won't accept me. He threatened to send Leanne to prison if he continued to see me. That's when I suggested that we run off together. And I agreed. So you too? Yeah, they're both on the run for love. But we don't know exactly where we want to go yet. Right. We need some more time to think about it. Did you tell Richie? I have told him that I am safe and sound. Okay. Well, I'm glad you weren't kidnapped. I am sorry that I worried you. Yeah, I'm sorry about all this, you guys. Okay, so everything's coming together because the other paths revealed the body in the freezer, Richie being like half of Uru, them getting eloped, and then the reveal of BB. So that makes sense why this was locked until now. And then also the reveal that the storyline is actually just like spliced and crossed over, like how Terror did his like fun little puzzle balloon game. You have to, the pathways are actually crossed over, so then the events actually line up more accurately, and that the bodies weren't actually killed 6 years ago, they were killed in the present time, and then we discovered them, like the same day. Why are you here? I told you that we wanted to run away together. And I wanted to be with Leanne. I got a call from my old pal Date. I asked him to unlock something for me. Are you talking about the freezer? No, I got that open on the 13th. It was different lock this time. Anyway, that is when we met with Date and the woman he was with. The woman? I was here too. About BB. I've known her for a long time. She's a former coworker from back when I was doing bad stuff. Back then, I used to call her Quartz. Hey, don't just blurt that out. Mizuki's name comes from crystal. The kanji for crystal can read as Mizuki. Crystals are a solid form of silicon dioxide, a mineral, most often recognized as quartz. Wait, so you were in a thieves guild, BB? The snow isn't letting up. Don't change the subject! What time is it? Why do you ask? No reason. It is currently 4:25 a.m. Daybreak is close. Okay, I'll ask again. What's the deal with the corpse? Why is it in the freezer? It's better that you see for yourself. Let me just show you. Another corpse? No, not one more. Not one at all. It's half. Nax Japan branch, February 15th, Friday, 5:55. But they're going to show us the one in the sacrifice thing. So you finished reading the file? Yeah. Now do you understand? Now you know whose left half is in the freezer. Jin Furey. That's what he really looked like. And this body? Uru Shomizuki. Terror. He murdered 3 people 6 years ago. Jin, Chikara, and Andy's Komeji. Iru's right half. Tokiko must have written this. What happened up till now? I wanted to ask Shoma about the genetic experiments, so I visited him. And I looked in again, so it didn't raise any concerns. He told me a lot. About his body and his older sister, and about the hidden safe. That's what we came here for. Wait! Shoma has an older sister?
Yeah,
You know her well.
Kazuna and Iris's friend.
The mermaid at Sunfish Pocket.
Amame Doi.
Really?
We already knew that, though.
About Uru Shomozuki. I can't really say anything more about what's on the file. Uru Shomozuki. He's the child that was kidnapped from Aoen when he was 6. It was Chikara and Tokiko who took him. They wanted to make him Jin Furei's donor. So, for over a decade, they did surgery after surgery, giving more and more of Uru to Jin. Half of his face, too. The skin he lost was replaced by artificial skin made of carbon chintin. Half of his face was transplanted onto Jin's as well. Right. And it was only half because Jin had the percent-shaped birthmark on the left side of his face. A holy symbol of the order of percent. It was considered sacred. And Chikara, being a devoted follower, couldn't get himself to rip off that skin. Which is why the left half of Jin's face was left untouched. And after all those transplants, Jin's body ended up being cut in half. 6 years later, February of this year, Uru's body was cut in half. So what was discovered was Jin's right half and Uru's left half. Jin and Uru are essentially mirror images of one another. So when the police were identifying Uru's body, they got their DNA sample to compare against from Jin's organs. And because those were originally taken from Uru, it naturally follows that they match. So that's why. That is the mistake that caused investigators to believe that they were the same person. When did you get here? Only a few hours ago, around 1 a.m.
I asked Leon to open the door to the staircase.
So the lock you mentioned earlier.
That's right, the lock in the staircase door.
That's when I asked them about their plans to run away together.
Then the 4 of us headed down the stairs. Leon carried Kazuna down.
And that's when we found the corpse on the ritual platform. How did you find out? I used Marco's X-ray function. Marco? The name of my AI ball in my left eye. She has an AI. Oh my god.
Marco? Polo?
He's pretty shy. He doesn't talk much. Unlike someone else I know. Excuse me! Are you talking about me? Mm-hmm. I know Aiba really well. We were partners 6 years ago. When I was hired by Abyss, I was supposed to get Marco transplanted into my left eye, but he wasn't finished yet. So instead, I got Aiba. But Aiba and Date, Aiba and Date were kind of fighting at the time. And I needed to see if I was compatible with an AI ball at all. So, I see. I apologize. I do not remember anything from back then.
Because of the explosion, right?
Yes. It's kind of sad. I made so many memories with you, Aiba. Oh, that was Aiba's top secret mission. That makes sense. Remember when we were in Ryuki's path that like Aiba had a top secret mission? So she was working with BB. Okay. Why were Aiba and Date fighting?
Well, you see, I was so preoccupied with my work.
No. It was because you tried watching VR porn while Aiba was still in your left eye. That does sound like something he would do to make me very angry.
I told you a million times it was just a watermelon splitting video.
You changed?
That outfit was so hard to move in, with the wireframe and all the stuffing.
Are Leon and Kazuna okay? Leon and Kazuna aren't here right now. We split up at Brahmin. They're not going far away, are they?
They should be fine. They said they were going to think hard about where they go.
About Jin Furei.
I don't need to explain it. You should already know.
Jin Furei, the child of Tokiko and Chikara. He was born with a rare and complicated disease. It caused inoperable tumors to grow in the right half of his body. Jin might have had it worse, the worst of all. He got his first transplant when he was really young. I don't think he wanted to take organs from Uru. Remember what it said in Uru's diary? He said he wanted to apologize. I think he, is referring to Jin. So you think the transplant was done against Jin's will? I am positive, but that's just a feeling I get. I've been wondering, 6 years ago, why did Uru cut the bodies in half? That was for the Nirvana initiative, right? Yeah, but what does it have to do with the plan? And speaking of, is the Nirvana initiative still happening? I mean, after all, Terror's dead. Right, the mastermind is dead, but you saw it on the night of the 13th on the rooftop of Misatan.
The rehearsal is finished. Next is the real show.
That was Terror. It was definitely Uru's voice, but Uru should have been dead. Perhaps his voice was recorded. Either way, the rehearsal happened after Terror died, which means the main event is likely still to happen as well.
Yes, it's safe to assume it will proceed as planned.
But I still don't understand the full scope of the Nirvana initiative. When, where, how? We are completely in the dark. Why don't you ask the culprit?
Yeah, good idea. Hey, Uru, what's up with the plan, you asshole?
No, that's not what I meant. There are two culprits. Whoever killed Uru and Tokiko. You believe they might know something about the Nirvana initiative. I don't know for sure, but at least might have some clues.
We don't have enough information yet. Looks like we need to get some extra help.
Help?
Over here. Come with me.
There's nothing over here.
You would think that, right? But check it out.
Check this out.
Open sesame!
Marco, please. What is this?
Do you like it? Erotic, isn't it?
How is this in any way erotic?
Much more erotic than watermelon splitting.
Let's get going. Yeah. I don't know, man. What? Wait. What? What? This is the collapsed cathedral from 6 years ago. What the fuck is going on? What does this mean?
It means exactly what you see.
There are two cathedrals? That's right. Mizuki, look. Ryuki. I'm here too. Tama.
How is Ryuki doing?
Terrible! It was a bad idea to show him this place. He's been like this for hours. It's been a while since I've done Tama's voice. What light novel genre will get you popular? Retirement home harem love comedy. Classic model painting already does that-y. Are you okay? He appears to at least be breathing. He might not be if there was rope and a branch in here. This has been eating at Ryuki for the past 6 years. He regretted what he did and blamed himself. He betrayed Date and shot Mizuki Kuranushi with stun bullets. And what happened to Mizuki, Date, and Kazuna at the top of that? Yeah. Terra donated that bomb, but it was Ryuki who told Date about this place. If he never did, Kazuna and Mizuki wouldn't have been hurt. That's what's been plaguing at him. He started drinking, which made the whole thing worse. I don't care if he feels bad about it. I still don't forgive him.
Easy. He has his reasons.
I also implemented a self-destruct program. If I activate it, she'll be lost forever.
What about the self-destruct program in Tama? I was overhauled completely during maintenance a few years back, and that function was deleted. That's when Ryuki opened up about what happened. Why didn't you share this earlier? I couldn't! Ryuki betrayed Abyss, and he did something you could never come back from. I couldn't let anyone find out, so you protected him. It's the same reason I didn't upload the investigation data from 6 years ago. I made an oath. No matter what, I will protect Ryuki. But Ryuki himself could have informed us sooner. You should know why he didn't do that. Why he gave in to Terra's demands. He wanted to protect his loved ones. Wouldn't you do the same? Aw, Tama. About Kizuna. I heard. So she eloped, huh? I had nothing to do with that video. It was just Ryuki's active imagination. Why are you here? Date called me. Yeah, told him to head over to the other cathedral. Do you mean he saw Uru's corpse in Tokiko's file? He did. Yup. And then he came here through the hidden passage. About Ryuki. Do you hate Ryuki? Of course I do. I would shove a pipe in his mouth and stir up his organs. 6 years ago, he... Oh, now it makes sense. Made my heart condition worse. It affected my work. I can't investigate properly if I had to go to the hospital all the time. But when I heard that you recently joined Abyss, I shadowed you. And February 10th, when you went to the stadium, I got there before you and found the corpse. At that time, I had no clue it was Uru's left half, but I knew it had to do with the HB case from 6 years ago. I told you before that the one thing I wanted was for you to live a normal life. I couldn't let you get caught up in the case. I had to stop you. That's why... I see. You shot at Mizuki to dissuade her from finding the corpse. See, now it fucking makes sense. Oh my fucking god. Mizuki aged normally. But when we were playing as Mizuki and doing all that stuff, we were actually playing as BB. Oh my god. Because the woman in the mask has always been around for for both the past and the present. Now it makes sense. Oh my god. So we were playing as BB, as present Mizuki in those time periods in the past. Oh my god. And that's what that was Aiba's secret mission. Because remember, she used BB, or she was in BB for her secret mission, but then forgot about all that stuff after the explosion. Oh my god, it makes sense, dude. Holy fucking shit. This is such a good... No, you gotta give it to them, dude. This is such a fucking crazy-ass plot line, but somehow it still makes sense. That is insane, dude. Now, granted, it's weird that we wear the same clothing, because technically, like, BB back then is wearing what Mizuki is wearing right now, but... That's fucking crazy. But now it makes fucking sense. It literally makes fucking sense. Oh my god. Wow. Because that was probably the only one... Because we know why Shoma didn't age, because he literally is unaging. He's the perfect, like, unaging, youthful creation that Chikara made. So that's why he didn't age. But I was confused why Mizuki didn't age, because Mizuki still looked like 12-year-old Mizuki in Ryuki's past. But in reality, that was just like the events of 6 years ago. All that was happening. But some of BB's events were getting mixed in between. like when we confronted Terror, that we were playing as BB in that instance on her top secret mission, and Mizuki still would have been her 12-year-old self. And then jump to the present, now Mizuki, we're actually playing as her grown up. Now it makes fucking sense. Oh my god. Now it makes fucking sense. She seems a little pissed. Thick pillar. Well, what else can I do here? Oh, there's Date. 2 cathedrals? Marco, can you send Aiba the data? Got it. Opening it. It is a cross-section of the 2 cathedrals. You get it now? There's one on the east and one on the west. Terror blew up the west one. This one here. This one right here. Wait, what'd she say? This one right here. Oh, Terror blew up the one in the west. This one right here. Which happens to be the same side Ryuki met Terror. What he called the execution chamber. On the east side was Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file. And the mysterious box. The one connected to the Nax building is the east one. You can take the elevator up to the president's office. Ryuki, you made a mistake. But lying around here in your misery isn't gonna fix anything. If you really regret what you did, solve this case. That's the only way you can atone. Ryuki, I remember one night when you were out drinking. You told me about your little brother. You always talked about him when you drink. You made him a promise, right? Oh, it was his little brother? I thought it was his older brother. You said, I'll become a hero of justice. If I've fallen, I just need to get right back up. You used to say that all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. As long as you have a body to do it, you climb right back up again. Come on, Ryuki, climb above the debris. It doesn't matter if you're pitiful. It doesn't matter if you show vulnerability. You struggle, you crawl, and you make it back to the top. That's what we do. That's what makes us human. Mr. Date, everyone, Ryuki, now's not the time to cry. Come climb up here. You mean, don't get me wrong. I'll only forgive you after we solve this case. So, okay. After that, we all shared information. Aiba, Tama, and Marco shared everything on the local network. Date received everything as well via the device implemented in his eye socket. Anything that wasn't recorded electronically, we shared verbally. Everything from 6 years ago. Everything from this year. All the information, including Somnia, from top to bottom. So, the first thing on the agenda is stopping the Nirvana initiative. Where? When, where, how? We don't know anything about it. We should know everything except where. Tama shared all her data, right? I did receive the information. I didn't give it a close look. Ryuki, can you tell us more about the Nirvana initiative? Yeah, I'll explain everything in order. First, Terror, Uru, created a video. Right, because I think he's victim number 1. He's the first one to succumb to TC Purge and lose his mind, so... About the videos. Uru created 3 videos. QR video, Nirvana trial, and Nirvana X. The QR video was the first. The QR video code on the signboard in Jin's body. That was a link to a video, right? Right, so it was the first made publicly 6 years ago, on February 10th. The motive was...
Merely a small part of my plan. It's a prototype.
There were stories about people who went missing after watching the video, but...
It's just an urban legend. A rumor.
It was actually the second video that caused people to go missing. The Nirvana trial. about the Nirvana trial. It was uploaded on February 9th, back when Uru was still alive. But what for? I think it was a beta version of Nirvana X, the third video, for testing purposes for the main event. Testing what? There was a code, like Bats 490, in the Nirvana trial video. That code led to the Eastern Cathedral. The coordinates lead to the staircase. Yeah, but that door has tons of locks. Right, but the staircase had another code. By solving that, you could collect the numerous keys located all over the city, and those who did solve everything would be able to unlock the door to the Eastern Cathedral. Did you notice the box? Inside was a device that shot TC Purge. If you open the box, it triggers. Right, because he was the first. Wasn't he one of the ones that went down there and got injected with TC Purge? About TC Purge. When it enters the brain, it can even overwrite the DNA structure inside neurons. It can make you see things, make you dance, can make you do weird things over and over. And it spreads in the air. If this virus gets out somehow, the human race is in for a rough trip. Can you picture it? The whole world going crazy. People everywhere doing unpredictable things, crazy things, over and over. I'll be honest, I contracted TC Purge because I opened the box. But is it okay? But it's okay. Ryuki has developed a resistance to it, and he can't spread it either. Having that said, TC Purge is still a problem. Before the body develops a resistance, it can spread. Not to mention the neurons that are damaged can't be repaired. That's why Ryuki was acting weird. Is that what it looked like? When I was infected with TC Purge, my symptoms got worse. Disorientation, short-term memory loss, hallucinations. He's been seeing hallucinations for 6 years now. The mental trauma of what happened to his brother. Anyway, those who solved the code and opened the box contracted TC Purge. As a result, they started acting strangely. And now there are people dancing and rioting in the streets, and lots of suicides. I see. These people would have no motivation to return home. That's why so many people went missing. In other words, Uru's experiments were a success. He's dead now, but his plan is still alive. I'm guessing his lackeys are carrying out the plan now, to raise the curtain on the main event.
The rehearsal is finished. Next is the real show.
I think I know what they're going to do. They're going to shoot a rocket somewhere. With TC Purge on the warhead? The rocket will explode, and the virus will spread. Yeah, most likely, yes. Tons of people will get infected with TC Purge. It will grow in their bodies, and inevitably spread from one person to another.
If we do things that are beyond the comprehension of the designer, simultaneously, all around the world, bugs will start appearing everywhere.
This will lead all mankind to reach moksha and emancipation from the fictional world.
That is the Nirvana initiative.
Even if the Nirvana thing turns out to be bullshit, the virus itself is a problem. Right. I don't know if it will really cause glitches to appear or anything, but it'll be mass hysteria. There's already an uptick of suicides. When is the plan going to happen? The final video, Nirvana X, is already public. There's a 7-digit number, which is probably a time and date. February 15th, 12 o'clock, noon, today. Aiba, what time is it now? 7:55 a.m. We barely have 4 hours left. Where's it going to happen? Well, we don't know. My guess is other letters that were in the video are some kind of code too. Maybe they point to a location? No. I've converted the letters to numbers and checked the coordinates. It's an area in the Pacific Ocean. No land around. I don't think those coordinates are where the plan is happening. Then where could it be? Oh, I remember something BB said earlier. The culprit who killed Uru and Tokiko, maybe they have a clue. Right. Well, in that case, there is one person. I don't know if they're the culprit, but They might have some valuable information. I didn't know where to find them before, but I've got a good idea now. That person, she's probably with Shoma. Amame. Endo Residence, February 15th, Friday, 8:30. I understand. I will tell you the truth. Big sis! Amame! The corpse in the freezer at Brahman. I'm the reason it's there. It's my fault. 6 years ago, February 11th, my father called me here. Shoma wasn't here. Only my father and half a corpse. Mame told us that Jin's body was hidden under the floor. The same body half that was in the suitcase. Mame said that she'd taken care of it. She brought it to Gen, and they stored it in the freezer at Brahman. Kenny didn't do anything wrong. I asked him to do it. And Shoma has nothing to do with this. He just found out too. Mame, that's not what we're here to ask. We're looking for the person who killed Terror and Tokiko. What? Terror? Oh, Terror is dead? We didn't have time to explain everything. We told them about Terror's identity and the Nirvana initiative as quickly as we could. You can tell us more about what you know of the situation. Amame, will you come with us? Oh, at the station, I think he said. Fuck. No! No! I don't care what you said. You can't take Big Sis away. I agree with Shoma. I don't want you taking Amame away. What's the problem? We just want to talk. Wait. Amame. Did you kill Terror and Tokiko? What are you saying? Amame didn't kill anyone! What? What? No. The reason we want to talk to Mame. Mame, you know something important, don't you? Something about the Nirvana initiative and Terror. Maybe something about Tokiko. That's what we're here to find out. I thought you just said you're gonna tell us fucking everything. Fucking bitch. February 10th this year. 5 days ago, on February 10th, did you meet with Tokiko? We don't have any hard evidence, but a witness saw you. Anyway, Mame headed to Horodori Institute by herself. I saw another person follow her right after. It was Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure, president of Nax Japan. Oh my god. Wait, oh my god. No! No! It is her! Tokiko was killed in the basement. Fucking Komeji died at the studio when Ryuki was passed out. And Amame... No! Oh my god! Is it really her? Bro! What? What? Hang on one second. What do you want from an anime? Visual. Right, people get more than 80% of their info from what they see. Oh, we got Mama. Oh, we got Mama E. Oh no, I'm an adulty. Thanks for talking to me so much, E. Oh god, we got Mama. No fucking way. She killed them. But why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? February 12th this year. Ryuki looked into Tokiko's head. 3 days ago, on February 12th, he saw Tokiko threatening someone. I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going. Could Tokiko have been threatening you, Amame? 6 years ago, February 13th. 6 years ago, February 13th, you saw Terror, didn't you, Mame? At Studio Devada. What happened back then? What did he say? You still haven't told us. I looked into her head yesterday, but there was nothing on what happened at Devada. But in the Somnium, Mame said, Nirvana collected genocide. Which would mean that you know something about the Nirvana initiative. About Komeji. Well, I know this is a touchy subject, so let me say it. Terror killed Komeji, your father. It stands to reason that you absolutely despised Terror. Are you saying she killed him? That's ridiculous! Genny, move aside. Sorry, I can't let you do that. I came here to protect the Mame. Date, if only you didn't find the body in the freezer. Gen, she can't be prosecuted for that crime. That statute of limitations for abandoning a corpse is 3 years. She can't get arrested for hiding a corpse 6 years ago. But I just can't let you. Gen, you're not making any sense. Hold on. Are you hiding something? About Mame. Mame accepted every part of me. She saw me for who I was. It wasn't out of pity or sympathy. Her accepting me came naturally, like it was nothing. I never met anyone like her, and I need to care for her the way she's cared for me. I promised to protect Mame, so I can't let you. Kenny. That's all the more reason then, if you really have those feelings for her. If we do nothing, Terror will accomplish his mission. A terrible virus is going to be spread. The world will be devolved into chaos. No one will be safe. Not even Mame. No. So you need to help us. We need Mame's information to stop this plan. Mame must know something. Are you okay with ruining her future? You don't want to protect her? Then please. Why are you protecting Mame? I won't let you! She's my sister! We're not here for that. But I have a bad feeling. A bad feeling? If she's not guilty of anything, then that's all the more reason you can't take her. I'm not gonna let you drag her away. I already lost my dad. If you take Big Sis, When I was in first grade, Big Sis gave me a radio-controlled toy. That's how I got into building things. She took me to robot expos and brought me books and parts. And she's working hard to save money to send me to college. These last 6 years have been hell. It was hard and pitiful. Sometimes I wanted to die, but she always cheered me up and supported me during all of the gene therapy. Big Sis always protected me. Now it's my turn to protect her. She's more important to me than my own life. So, if you're gonna take her away, you're gonna have to kill me first. Shoma. Shoma, do you hate Terror? The man who killed your father. Terror's plan is still ongoing. The Nirvana initiative. It's going to bring Nax's madness to the whole world. We need to talk to Mame in order to stop it. Do you want Terror to win? Do you want to stop his plan? Or don't you want to stop his plan? Destroy his ambitions? Isn't that the only way to get closure for your father's death? If you resent Terror, if you want revenge, please, we need your help, Shoma. You finished that robot, right? Oh, yeah. You named it Roboji, huh? Yeah, it's the second one. Like a second child, so I named him Roboji. He's much more powerful than before. It can hold so much more weight than the previous model. Wait a minute, who cares? Could you people just leave? We don't have much time. We need to do something about Shoma and Genny. By the way, did you get rid of the cologne in the fridge? No! The guy who doesn't put the toilet seat down. You okay? What, the TC purge? I told you already, I've developed a resistance to it. But your brain's neurons are still affected, right? Yeah, but those symptoms are being held in check by some special medicine. It's not mass-produced, so we can't give it to too many people, if that's what you're thinking. It's Ryuki. He seems fine now. What am I fucking supposed to do? Bro. No way. A thermite bomb. A what? You're right. It sure is. That little... Hey, Shoma, what is this? It's a bomb. A thermite bomb. I know that. Then why did you ask? Why is it here? I made it. You made it? Thermite reactions are pretty simple. You can make one easily using common products. But why did you make it? Well, to get revenge for my dad. I wanted to get terror. You were going to use this on him? Yeah, but I guess it has no use now. Terror's dead, right? God damn it! You just made the situation so much worse. Let's decide what to do about that later. Right, there's more pressing issue. What are we going to do? The two of them aren't going to budge. I really don't want to do this, but if I have to use force. No, you can't do this. Yeah, I won't let you take Big Sis. Kenny, Shoma, that's enough. Amame, Big Sis. Are they all in on it? I don't even understand what's going on anymore. It's okay. I'll come back right away. Promise. Are you sure? Yeah. You promise? I promise. Now, Amame. Let's go. Are we still going to have another sync? Fuck, there's so much more to the game. I thought it was going to be done. Abyss HQ, February 15th, Friday, 9:35. Yep, we are. God damn it. It's going to be another long session, baby. Is Ryuki going to be okay? We kind of left him there. Well, we had to. We couldn't just leave the bomb unattended. So you left Ryuki to keep an eye on things? The bomb squad should be headed to Shoma's house right now. It's quite a shock, though. Amame was the one who killed Uru and Tokiko. I never said that! But she's suspicious as hell, isn't she? Regardless of how suspicious she is, she should know something about the Nirvana initiative. When Ryuki synced with her yesterday, he didn't find anything. Do not worry, I received the Somnium data from Tama. Because we are returning for a second time, we should be able to go deeper than we did previously. Alright, we're ready to go. Start it up. I'm sure you already know this, but the time limit inside Somnium is... Oh my god, I already know it! If you say it one more time, I'm gonna shock you. Okay. Let's begin. Okay, so maybe Gen and Shoma are still just innocent parties. But it would explain why, like, maybe he was protecting Amame. That's why he was asking all those questions about, like, oh, hey, who discovered the body or how did they do it? Probably to make sure that his tracks were covered. Or Amame's tracks were covered. but how does it connect to Nirvana Initiative? Is the real question. It was Richie Chieda all along. Oh, this is like the other end of it. That's the TV. Is it gonna have like Tama on there? Welcome to the quiz show, Faith to Face. I am your host, Andy's Komeji. A quiz show? It disappeared. I don't know anything. Huh? I really don't know. Mame? Mizuki, the data we got from Tama might come in handy. It's from when Ryuki synced with Amame. Right, when we shared information at the cathedral earlier. I extracted the evidence data and it looked promising and converted it to more usable format. Project this outward and the structure of this Somnium world will waver and unveil hidden information. In other words, if we show Mame the intel we got from Tama, we'll get a reaction. Yes, but not just Amame. We can use the information to target many things in the Somnium. So you're saying I can target, like, objects? Correct. If anything looks fishy, I'll try it out. The details are under look, view, and the information there. Oh. So it's gonna be like real fucking detective shit. According to Tama's info, the previous sync, there was a quiz battle. This is the first stage, the scavenger quiz. Amame likes music and voices. She collected many different kinds of sounds. She became highly skilled in gaining information from sounds. So that might mean there's information in the sound of the Mame's Somnium. During the sync, we should focus on sound. This is Mame's Somnium from yesterday. Ryuki and Tama completed a quiz battle to get this information. The information is as follows. Amame was often troubled, but when in doubt, she always chose the right option. When in doubt, or when needing to hide something, she chose the option on the right. Thusly, all the occult quiz answers were on the right side. So that wasn't just by chance. This may be a common rule in Amame's Somnium. This is information Ryuki and Tama acquired playing the Spot the Difference game in Amame's Somnium. Amame came across many wounded things, important things, the heart, blood. She carries all of that damage inside. All the correct answers were bloodied and otherwise damaged when playing the Spot the Difference game. So we should look out for damaged things during the sync. Yes, let's keep that in mind. More information we got from Ryuki regarding Mame's sync. Nirvana, collected, genocide. Amame said those words. That has to be what about the Nirvana initiative. Most likely. Mame must know something. This is the reason Ryuki decided to sync into Mame. According to the investigation, there was a high likelihood Amame saw terror when she found Komeji's body, but this has not yet been confirmed. That's all of it. Looks promising for the investigation. Yes, let's use this wisely. Now, Aiba. Got it. Somnium scan, activate. Six, goddamn, 7? 8? 8 mental locks? What the hell? Nightmare irreconcilable? Irreconcilable? What the I've never seen that word before. I'm sorry. I'm probably saying it wrong. Uncover Amame's secret. Amame knows info about the Nirvana initiative, but for some reason she's hiding it. Use the intel you got from Ryuki to find out. Difficulty, standard. 8 mental locks, more than usual. That shows how strongly she is willing to hide her secret. Let's try talking to her first. Currently, Amame has a secret which she covers with a lie. Blank, blank. In this Somnium, inspecting objects will make evidence appear. You can check the obtained evidence by pressing R2. By checking something, you can select the Show Evidence option to choose evidence from among the options. So it is. It's going to be like real detective shit.